Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new video in programming the finite element method using MATLAB. In this video, we're going to continue our efforts in the line load concentrated domain, where we are going to let the controller deal with it, because so far we are only doing it as users. However, we don't want to do this because the controller keeps tabs on the ID, and I also want to make it easier for the end user to use. So we're going to let the controller deal with everything. Now, of course, if you're wondering, this is part of the Finite Element Method series, which I'll be linking on the top right, and also it has part of its own standalone video series of programming, which I will also be linking on the top right. Now, as per usual, I want to remind you that the entire source code is available to my channel members, which will always be uploaded as the lectures upload. And if you are not a channel member, then don't worry, because everything that is available there will be written here, so you can write along and have the exact same code as they. So with that being said, and without further ado, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Alright, now let's continue our work. We're gonna do our line load concentrated in the controller. So I'm gonna go to the controller, and let me just collapse the node region, and let's make another region for the linear node or something. So I call this here line load or loads. I think I should use singular like the other ones. Line load concentrated region. Yep, and let's do this stuff here. So function, first of all, I want the controller to define for the user a concentrated load if he asks it. So add str line load concentrated. Here, I need to pass in the object, which is the controller, and I need to pass in fx. I'm thinking of copying this entire thing. Now, for you who are pros in programming, I could inherit from the nodal load and use polymorphism here, but I don't want to go too deep in the programming languages because my target audience is civil engineers, so I'm going to leave the advanced stuff like polymorphism and inheritance and whatnot for later. So I'm going to just do the simplest way of things. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this entire thing, and I'm going to paste it and change whatever is necessary. So I paste it here. Yeah, I think I also need to fill in the delete nodal load. So load.applied to is going to equal empty. Let's change stuff. So we are now in the line load concentrated region. So this becomes add str line load concentrated. Now, of course, here the user must input the relative location. So that's the one. Now here it will define a new ID. However, I'm not using polymorphism, so I need separate IDs for each individual load case type or load type. So str line load concentrated, right? Concentrated ID equals 0. And because, once again, I'm not using polymorphism, I need a separate storage system for that thing too. I know most of you who are well-rehearsed in programming are now face-palming because that's not really a productive way of doing things. However, I'm going to keep them separate because later I'm not going to ask the is question, because you need the is question if you want to separate between two classes that inherit from each other. Sorry, that's a lot of programming jargon. Let me just skip that and keep it as simple as possible. Now here, I'm going to increment the line load concentrated ID because I'm going to use that thing. Fantastic. And here I'm going to declare the str line load concentrated. Fantastic. Of course, here it will not work because I'm missing something. I am missing the relative location, and that one is perfect now. Is it perfect? The controller is warning me. Confusing function call. Maybe this is a reference to property. Okay, well, it doesn't make any sense. That should be the constructor. Let me just continue this. So here, this is going to increment, and this is going to... So basically, we're adding the load to the list. Okay, what gives here? I will think about this later. Of course, there's a big error now I need to address. But there's even a bigger error here. What's the problem? Maybe because I still have duplicate functions. Okay, let's finalize those things, and maybe the error goes away by magic. So apply. This is no longer nodal load. This is line load concentrated. Okay, now it's going to have the same thing. So load applied to length, that is 1-to-1 the same. Of course, once again, polymorphism should have been used. Delete nodal load. Maybe I don't need to have multiple things here. I could just say delete load and use it for everything. So now I fixed those things, right? There's still the error. Like, I thought I made everything right. Well, we can debug it later because we will get an error right now. So controller dot add str line load concentrated. Yep, that's the one. And of course, I'm going to let the controller deal with the reporting. I forgot to let the controller deal with it. So I go down to the reporting. And here I'm going to basically add the reporting for the load concentrated. So this is going to be not nodal loads. This is going to be line loads concentrated. And of course, I'm going to cycle through the str line loads concentrated. I'm going to pick out one of them and I'm going to report it. Now this needs to be line load concentrated and okay, yeah, unused, fine. There we go. Now we use it. Well, only one way to find out. I put a breakpoint here and I'm going to see what happens when he calls the add. So let's run. But let's see. So if I step in, it goes there. It perfectly goes there. So what gives? Oh, I think I know what. I think I know why. Yeah. See, this has the same name. That's why MATLAB is confusing things. So I should put here an S. Now this is grammatically correct, but I'm going to put it in the end because to keep the S's at the end. So str line load concentrateds or something. It sounds awful, but I'll take it. So fine, what happened now? Okay, so this has been fixed, I guess. There is another error here, warning. So let's click and check out what the warning is. Oh yeah, now it changed. So this must be S and this must be S. Okay. Now everything is green now. Fantastic. So it worked. Now we need to test if we can apply or delete. I'm not going to use polymorphism in the regular sense, but I'm going to use MATLAB's polymorphism. So what I will do here is I will add a region and say here, load general functions. And I'm going to put the delete and apply there because all the loads have this list, so it should be working. So here I'm going to put here delete and apply. There we go. But this is going to be apply load, and that's going to be delete load, not nodal nothing, because it works for both. Because both have the same field. I could have used inheritance, but I'm not going to do that. So I think now everything is fine. Let's see. So this is good. That's good. And I don't need those. I don't need the apply and delete. Yeah, this reduces the copy pasting and limits every load type to the definition. Okay, let's see how it works now. Now, of course, I would have errors here because I deleted some functions. So this apply on the load is going to give me an error. I'm surprised it doesn't. It should give me an error. Let's F5 and see what happens. Yeah, see, it gives me an error. Yeah. So this is going to be apply load, and that's going to be apply load. And there was a delete load. Yeah, I tried that before. So let's copy and paste it here and F5. It doesn't work. Why? Okay, because this is line load concentrated. My bad, I copied something wrong. Let's F5 again and see the load report. This is line load 1 because I have only one. And that's nodal load 1 because I also have only one. Let's try ask the controller to delete the load from nodal load 1 and also just wait and F5 and see what happens. So now the linear load has the application, but the nodal load doesn't. Let me Control X and Control V here to test the other hypothesis. If I can remove the stuff from the linear load, F5 again to see if it works. And indeed it works. This is now empty and that is not empty. Okay, perfect. So I think I'll remove this delete load, but I think that's yet again mission objective completed. I think that's a good place to stop the video. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed the video, and before I finish, I want to give an improved concentrated load size shout out to my dear channel members in the contributor level and the helper level whose names are gonna be shown on the screen. I want to thank them from the bottom of my heart, as their support to the channel is priceless to me and enables me to provide you with videos hopefully on time and with a certain quality I try to achieve, and for that I am forever thankful. In the end, I hope that you enjoyed the video and you found it beneficial. If you have enjoyed the video, then please consider liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting and so on, especially subscribing because it helps increase the reach of my channel. As per usual, this is the Civil Engineering Essentials channel, and we'll catch you in the next video. Bye bye.